We executed Oliver Cromwell on this day in 1661, 2 years after his death. Wait, what? I know, let me explain. This video is about the history of Oliver Cromwell's head and how England nearly became a republic. Between 1642 and 1651, we English had three civil wars between King Charles and Parliament. They were essentially wars of independence because the king was getting a bit big for his boots and refusing to share power with the government. How did it go? Well, we recently crowned King Charles III, but the parliamentarians did win the Civil War, and we were a republic for a while. Maybe it was only for 5 years, which is only half as long as the TV series Friends ran for, but we did it. When the parliamentarians won, they made a Puritan politician and military commander called Oliver Cromwell the Lord Protector of the country for life. And King Charles, well, he was put on trial for treason, found guilty, obviously, and shortened by one head outside a banqueting hall in Whitehall on the morning of Tuesday, the 30th of January, 1649. And this was a huge deal because until that point, people believed in the divine right of kings, which meant that the king had been chosen by God. So it was essentially like you'd beheaded Jesus or something. Was Cromwell a good leader? I mean, it depends on who you ask. He united the British Isles as a single commonwealth for the first time. He was offered the crown twice and he declined it both times, to his credit. He let Jewish people back into the country after they'd been exiled in 1290. He promoted religious tolerance, unless you were Irish. He spent 9 months there quashing the Royalists and the Catholics, which took the lives of around 3,000 Irish soldiers and civilians. And my God, his war crimes were so brutal, people still talk about it today, actually. And as well as his war crimes, being a Puritan, he banned fun stuff like cockfighting and bear baiting and getting hammered. But did you know that he didn't actually ban Christmas? I mean, Christmas was banned under him, yeah, as was Easter, but this had been the case before his reign, and it was because people got mad, drunk, and raucous on these special occasions, because every day was a nightmare in the olden times. In reality, nobody really listened to these bands, and they just kept celebrating anyway. But 5 years after his dramatic ascent to power, Ollie Cromwell died of a kidney infection on the 3rd of September 1658, and his son Richard Cromwell, also known as Tumbledown Dick, I kid you not, took over briefly before being asked to step down by lots of armed people. King Charles II took back the throne and, furious that sepsis took his revenge from him, dug up Cromwell and put him on trial anyway. He put Ollie's head on a spike at Westminster Hall, and we all just kind of went, well, I guess we won't try that nonsense again, long live the king. But that wasn't the end of the story for Cromwell's head, though. After 20 years on the spike, it was blown off in a storm. It was put in a chimney by a soldier. It went on tour with a curiosity show, spent 156 years in a velvet lined box at the Wilkinson's house, then got donated to his old uni in Cambridge, where it was put in a biscuit tin and buried. And I swear to God, if this ever happens to me and you send my head to my old uni, I will haunt you. Anyway, thank you for watching. Why not subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.